you. Bye-bye. Hi.
So, alright, everything's set up. I think it is, yeah, it is. Alright, so, we had a lot of stuff, a lot of goals accomplished. So, I'll show you what I work with. One of the things I've done since last week.
Can I have one to make copies so I can get
Yeah.
people here to do it?
That's yours, yeah,
Okay.
that's yours. So, that's official. We got voter registration forms for the homeless. What does it say, my friend? Homeless is not what?
Voteless.
Homeless is not voteless. If you're homeless, you can vote, and we can help show you how to. All right. So yeah, that's what I count for that one.
This is so freaking amazing. I'm so proud of you. This is awesome. You just made my day. Because what's funny was I was on a conference call today with a group. I call them liberal group, but they work with the legislature here trying to get things like this passed through.
Okay.
And that was our whole conversation today about how can we get people registered to vote and vote, because our legislature here sucks and we need to change it. We need to change the people in our local areas too. So I had this huge conversation today about this exact thing.
Really? And then I
Yeah.
come in with this? How, it seems like that happens with a lot of things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's really cool. So you
Yeah.
think it's, so who like says something, like we don't have to talk about it deeply, but like you're the clinical director.
Mhm.
You're not the founder. Who's the founder?
I am. I just have to, I have to put down a clinical director because that's what Medicaid and state agencies, they need a title. But yeah, I'm one of the founders.
Really?
Yeah. I
Oh,
wrote
wow, this
I
is
wrote the
good.
nonprofit and got
Okay.
all of it set up, and yeah, all our bylaws, everything.
What?
Yeah.
This is
This is like my 5th one I've done.
this is such a good matching, you
Yeah,
and me. This
I
is
know.
unbelievable because you feel needs that I have,
Mhm.
and then I'm like over here.
Filling stuff I
It's
do.
like I'm spying on you or
Right.
something.
I think the universe is through you. You know, there's something working.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
feel, yeah,
So every
yeah.
week it comes through and it's like, I don't know why, but I'm happy. I don't ask why.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
happy
blessing
too.
and it's a happy.
It is. It
You
really
know?
is. It's
You
nice.
walking in our front door was a miracle for us.
Real, yeah.
Because, you know, you're doing all this stuff that I think about that I can't get to. And so this is just like that right there. It's how we change the world.
So yeah, we're gonna start getting those in the centers and
Yeah.
stuff, and like I have it in my plan.
I'm going to get them all registered here, and we're going to get these people to vote.
Yeah, and then
Because they need a voice, and no one, like they talked at the legislature today that not one person called a legislature about,
Good? Did you call me?
we're good. I got the key back. That's all.
Oh no, the other dude said that you had called me when you was done. Oh, okay.
We're all good,
thank
brother.
you.
Thank you. That she had got thousands of emails about the school and saving that money, but not one about health and human services. And how sad is that? That nobody. But she said its reason is because, you know, we don't speak up. We're surviving.
yeah,
So we don't have time to write an email
uh-huh.
to the state. So how do we change it? We vote.
Yeah.
And and all these folks, they don't have to go to a Bowie place. We'll get their shit mailed here, and you know.
Yeah, no, this
So
is
that's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
So okay, so yeah, so you know that I also, like you said, I get stuff done.
You
'Cause I've been moving, because I've been doing a lot of stuff,
Okay.
a lot, very good, like it's written down. So I remember we talked about the petition. So here it is. I created it finally. You can sign it. That's one petition. These are petitions that I created during the week.
You could add low income in here too, or the poor or something,
Okay.
because they too don't. They are the ones.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, where am I signing?
And then wait.
Oh, there's the second page.
So you know what you're signing with.
Amen. I didn't know that even as early as 1975, there were still states demanding that you bring in like a birth certificate to vote.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I mean, then people fought it, got rid of it, but I thought all that was done, and you know, but yeah,
Oh.
they're still doing it.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
And now they think they're going to be like, what's the latest is, I was watching that whole stuff in Portland, and they're thinking that because what they did was the military came in and pulled people off the street and threw them in unmarked vans.
What?
Yeah. and so there's this big fight. Donald Trump had sent in basically the military to stop the people from protesting, and now that the comment was made in our meeting that what they're worried about is that these same people or other people will drive up to polling places in unmarked vans, and people will get fearful and not vote. Which is what you're talking about. That's awesome. Amen. This is awesome.
Thanks. He likes it.
Awesome. Okay.
So that's
Do I print my name?
yeah. Our biggest thing is I have millions of ideas. We just need implementation.
Well, you're getting there. Because you were scattered when we first met, and now you're all got it together. This is awesome.
So we can set these out and then I also created this one. We can do this another time. But this one's the housing is a human right.
Oh, amen.
So that's for that. I have a lot of research on the housing, on how it's affecting either it's public housing or what's the other one? Creative housing. I don't know. I will talk about it, but yeah.
They just cut housing too from the budget. That was one of the things they cut out of the budget. The monies for housing.
Okay. Well.
From the state. And our housing, the federal HUD housing, I don't think that wait list was opened for like 6 months. It had been closed for 10 years because there's so many people on it and they don't have enough people to
I'm one
place.
of those people.
Yeah. So they opened them up and then they closed it back down. So now they're not taking, they will if you're a vet.
Okay.
But that's it. But even then, you put it at the bottom of the list.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, housing's a huge problem here.
Housing's a huge problem here. So we're filling needs we're filling voids that are needed.
Yeah.
Well, here.
Because you talk to people that are homeless and they want to get into something, but there isn't any. And you know, apartment places make it almost impossible, right?
Yeah.
If you have an eviction, no. You know, if you don't have a credit report, no. Yeah. Some of them demand credit reports, no evictions. Yeah. So how do you do that?
Yeah.
When you're on the street,
Yeah.
or you got evicted 10 years ago, but you want to get back. You know, it's almost like we make
barriers.
Barriers for people to succeed.
Okay, we make barriers for people to succeed. I like
Yeah,
that.
because for whatever reason we don't want them to succeed. We'd rather keep them on the street, I guess.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just vicious. So I'm not sure who we're still supposed to cause I don't want to just talk about this stuff. I actually want to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, who's someone? Maybe I don't know if we're there yet, but I'm not sure how to word it yet. But okay, I'll keep going with my good ideas because I have some really good ideas that I've put together. Phones for the homeless.
Yeah.
Phones for the homeless. You know.
Because this is the thing with that. This is what's funny why you bring it up. Used to be that the company that did that through their Medicaid had the little tents outside, and people could get them right.
Yeah. I've been to one of those.
Okay,
before.
they don't do that now because they're saying that it's too hot or coronavirus. It's a new company, so you have to have access to a computer to order them because there's 3 right there.
Okay.
But again, if I'm homeless, how do I get to a computer to order the phone so I can get off the street?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we order from here, but you know, again, let's just put up more barriers for them so they can't get help.
Wow.
You know,
so
bus passes, same thing. We used to send them to the Medicaid office, but they don't want people going there. So now we have to call it in, and you have to wait because they have to put money on a debit card, and then the homeless person has to find a place that they can use to buy a bus pass. Like we have to figure out where, because the only place I know is clear downtown.
But they have to figure out another barrier.
Right, and again, if you don't have a phone, you can't call MTM to get the bus pass to get going. Yeah.
Another barrier. So yeah. So and then with that, like, so like our goal, like, we can still talk about this stuff because like you seem to actually have insight on some of the stuff I'm dreaming of doing.
Well, it's just funny how it's connecting right now because that's what's going on right now. That's what I'm so in awe of right now. That's why I'm quiet because I'm just like, this is crazy.
Really?
Because everything I've been thinking about, you're bringing up and doing. The voting thing, the phone thing, the housing thing. Isn't that great? Yeah. So,
Wow.
I'm just sitting here going, wow, this is awesome. So it's all the stuff, that we need to work on.
So who do we, like, now it's not just me and you who thinks it's awesome. Who are we supposed to talk to next? Or like how do we start doing stuff?
That's funny you asked that. Because I just wrote a whole bunch of letters to because all of these things are involved with local, not federal, but local leaders.
Yeah.
So I just did letters today
Uh-huh.
to the county commissioner in this area,
Okay.
the state legislature, the state senator, telling them who we were, because they don't answer their phone and they get millions of emails.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote letters.
Okay,
And I
okay.
dumped them in the mail today saying, we need to talk.
Really?
Because this is what we're doing. So when I get those set up, me and you will go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We'll be able to go see, just like you did.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump and with
Joe Biden.
yeah, it's the same thing.
Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, like, and then like,
Yeah.
that's cool. And like, I have a lot of experience doing this. stuff.
Right.
Everything that I'm doing, like, this is like what college prepared me for.
It's what the world is prepared to
Yeah,
do.
the universe. Yeah.
And that's why I'm just like sitting here going, oh my God. This
Yeah.
is crazy.
So yeah, no, so for the phones for the homeless, so the phones will be loaded with Real Education Matters mobile app
Okay.
that allows users to earn credits or Bentley bucks. I have the Bentley
Yeah.
bucks, so they can earn Bentley bucks on the app. And so by engaging in surveys, watching videos, completing tasks or assignments, playing games and shopping, like, because it's kind of an app. I'm working on the app side of it.
Yeah.
But basically, we're going to give them these phones. Like, we're going to be giving out the phones, and they'll have an app that connects them to the government, connects them to everything they need all in one place with Real Education Matters.
Right.
So it's like, oh, what do I need to know about this? Oh, go to here. So that's one of the things we want to have in the phones. But here's why it's important. Like, this is what makes it cool that we're doing this or talking about it, because it's what it says is the homeless population is known for being difficult to track.
Mm-hmm.
Which means city organizers are challenged with the task of reaching out to this demographic, which they don't. They just don't reach out.
No.
But we're gonna help them change that. And so this demographic regarding important information about like local resources and services that could make the difference between life and death.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things we're gonna be connecting them to by them having a phone, a smartphone, and people who are homeless or families who are, okay, I'll just end that there. Okay, but you know why it's important. Like, getting them these phones is really going to help empower them. Like, they'll be able to, they'll also be able to keep in touch with people, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's really, so
If there's an emergency, they have a way of contacting
Yeah,
the
or if they're-
police or something, right?
if their kids in school,
Yeah.
now the school, you know what I mean? So these cell phones are, like, important. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where to, like, begin as to who to start talking to for that kind of a thing, though.
Just finish your app, because I can get the phones
Okay.
for them.
Okay, you
'Cause
can get
if-
phones?
Yeah, it's part of their Medicaid benefit.
Okay.
They get these, they look like this. I don't know if they're smartphones or not. I don't
Okay,
think
well,
we'll
we'll follow.
care.
Yeah.
But, they're, I don't know, I think they're smartphones.
Those are smart. That's the smartphone.
Okay, so they get free smartphones.
Okay.
Okay, and then what we can do is once you get your app done,
Yeah.
they have to set these up.
Okay.
So if they come see me or someone else here, they set them up, and then we tell them, okay, let's add this app. because
Okay.
This is how you're going to get everything you need.
Okay.
Instead of having 10 apps, you have one,
Uh-huh,
and it'll tell you everything you have to do. So
Okay.
as soon as you get the app running,
Yeah.
you give it to me, you tell
Uh-huh.
me what it is, and then we just load it on with them.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. And about how many of those phones do you have?
Well, each one's separate, so I have to do each person, so they're
Uh-huh.
all eligible for them.
Oh, they're all eligible
Yeah,
for
so
them?
it's like this person, each one gets their own phone.
Okay.
Yeah, so it comes in their name,
Uh-huh.
and then they sign. I give it to them. They charge them,
Uh-huh.
start them up, and then
Who pays for the service?
Medicaid.
Medicaid pays for the
Yeah,
service.
It's part of their Medicaid. It's part of it's the Obama phone Medicaid program.
Are they trying to cut that, I'm guessing?
They're trying. That's
They're
why we're trying to get as many phones up and going as we can.
Oh, before
But
they cut.
Donald Trump wants to get rid of everything.
Yeah, anything Obama.
He
wants
wants to
just
get rid
that.
of. So,
Yeah.
But no, they're still doing them.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, that's how we do that.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
can do that. So we can set up events like a reach out events
Yeah.
or things like that. And we can get people.
Right. And if
Or
we have a
tell-
laptop, if we do it somewhere close by, because we
Uh-huh.
have the wireless here, we
Yeah.
have a tablet, right?
Okay. Oh, we get a tab. Okay.
Yeah, we could sit outside and just, or put a sign out saying, "Come get your phone."
Uh-huh.
And they come in here, and you can sit on the tablet or whatever,
Okay.
and put in their information. It takes about 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. This is good
Yeah.
to know. So that was a good one that I wrote down.
Yeah.
All right. So here's another
But you gotta
thing.
get the app done.
Get the app done. That's my thing. That's
Yeah.
my part. Get the
Yeah,
app
I'll
done.
get the phones. You get the app.
Okay, okay. You hear that? Write that down, Pharaoh, when you're watching this. He gets the phones, I'll get the apps.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, dress for success, rentals, and purchases.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is what I would.
I need to talk to you, Andy, everything. Dude, it's got me over the edge.
He does.
Yeah, no, it's got me over the edge.
Take a breath. I gotta finish.
I need help. I need help.
Okay, go sit down in there. Just chill out. Then I'll be in there in a minute.
Let me just get one of them clear big trucks back.
Okay, I gotta finish with my client and I'll grab it for you.
Trucks out there.
Okay. People fight.
It happened last week too.
Yeah.
So. Alright, so, so now I was thinking because I have a lot of clothes. That's one of my things.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clothes. So, like, I know a lot of the people that have clothes, they don't wear anything like
Right.
that. So I was thinking of a dress for success, rentals, and purchases.
Mhm.
So they can rent clothes or
Okay.
buy them
Mm-hmm.
with Bentley bucks.
Okay.
And so, like, some of the ideas, like, they could buy underwear, $3 in Bentley bucks. You have $3 in Bentley bucks, you can buy underwear. White shirts. They want to buy a dress shirt, that's 20 Bentley bucks. So, like, and then, like, we're going to give them all, like, $100, 100 Bentley bucks, and just say, here's 100 Bentley bucks, here, check it out. It's all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So then they could buy clothes with them, too. So that's one of the things that I was thinking would be cool
That'd
to
be
set
good.
up. Because we're going to be helping them get back to work, and so they
Right.
want to dress up. They want to feel better, too. You know?
Yeah.
And so that was another idea.
That's awesome. Because that's a big issue. I mean, we can give them resumes and help them find it, but if they walk in, smelly and
Yeah.
dirty,
Exactly.
again, another barrier.
And then this wasn't something I really developed. It was just an idea.
Mhm.
Like every 3 weeks, like a dance, like for the center or some kind of like.
Yeah.
Because I have a DJ, the guy who does my flyers and does all my designing. He's also a DJ. I
Okay.
met him. I used to be an entertainer director at a senior center. So he used to perform and I would perform and stuff. So like
Yeah.
So like we could do that. So like every 3 weeks or something, set up like a themed event.
So what I'd like, think about this then, we like to do a monthly birthday party for everybody.
Okay.
So we could just get one big cake,
Okay.
saying happy birthday for you in whatever month,
Okay.
and then have that party for them too.
Okay.
So they would really feel like it's a birthday party.
Okay,
Because they
okay.
don't get those on the street, right?
Yeah.
They don't get any of the fun.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, oh, my birthday, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we're like, look, it's Johnny's birthday, and if your DJ had a he could tell, I don't know how to do that, but
yeah,
they do.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
once
cool.
a month they would,
Okay,
we
we'd
would
do like
have
once
that
a
for,
month.
we would have that for them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that was one of my ideas.
That's a good idea. I like it.
So I learned a lot about the funding, the troubled state of mental health funding.
Mhm.
That's some of the research you asked me to do.
Mhm.
I read a lot. Like I kind of wanted to, in my vision of what I was gonna do with this, I kind of wanted to read to you what I
Yeah.
learned.
Okay.
And when you see a point, you could back up or think of like an idea for like, oh, this is relevant because of this, or you know what I mean. Just feel free to step in. Like I'm gonna be reading to you my notes
Sure.
and hop in. Like, oh, we could do this or this, anything.
Right.
All right, so states have cut mental health funding by more than $2 billion. Things may get worse this year. Some states will have even more difficulty balancing their books because of the absence of federal stimulus dollars. You guys aren't getting stimulus dollars? They're not giving anything to help these businesses?
Oh yeah, we are, but it's mainly it's connected to payroll,
Okay.
not rent, not utilities, the things that keep the doors open.
Okay. Mental health programs that are paid for by general funds have already been cut substantially. So the states will likely look for savings through Medicaid, which funds about 60% of the state of mental health services. That's
true.
okay. And then they said several governors have called for serious cuts. Nevada lawmakers are considering budget reductions as great as 30%.
Ours was 52.
They reduced your budget by 52%.
Health and Human Services, the
Health.
whole thing, which is Medicaid, social services, welfare, aging, CPS, elderly protection services, rural mental health, doctors' clinics. Yeah.
What?
Because no one will call up and fight for it. So we're
Oh.
always a depart. Health and Human Services covers a big umbrella, but who's gonna, if you're sick or you're elderly or you're in a nursing home, who's first of all, you don't have a computer probably to get a hold of these legislatures.
Yeah, yeah.
And second, they never call back.
Uh-huh.
It's horrible. So yeah, we always take the huge hit. I think it was 52% of the Health and Human Service budget was wiped out.
Well, you know what I'm good at? I'm good at speaking up.
I know. That's good.
So yeah, I'll be that voice.
Come up to Reno with us in February, Carson City.
Oh my goodness, I used to do that for my college. I would love to.
That's the next time around. It's February. But yeah, they beat the hell of us. Yeah, we always get beat.
Because
up.
nobody in this, it's the war. It's really a war against
Right.
the poor.
Right. Because we're struggling day to day, mouth to mouth. So the
Uh-huh.
only voice we have, it gets back to what you talked about. I can take time. I can get paid. It's okay for me to go vote. My employer will pay for that, right?
Yeah.
So I can go vote, or
Yeah.
I can do it from home,
Uh-huh.
right? So that's the only voice these folks have, and it's a powerful voice.
Uh-huh.
If you don't help us, we're going to vote against you.
Yeah. I have to take them
Think
seriously.
about it. I mean, there's like 30, 40 people just here, right?
Yeah.
That's 30 or 40 votes that you lose because you choose to be a jerk
Uh-huh.
and not pay attention to what is going on in your community.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That-
That's a lot.
No,
Just
and
that
we
little
do-
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and we're gonna do like a tour of like a little tour, like where we go, like we're gonna go to the places you said, J Street, certain places you said where they're hot spots. So we're gonna start by going to those kind of places in like Vegas, and then as we get more organized and things, we're gonna go to California,
Okay.
because they have the highest rate of homelessness,
It's bad.
and so and I also was thinking Washington, they're like the fourth highest or something like that for homelessness.
Mhm.
I was thinking we should go up there, register homeless people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm picturing like I envision like this kind of like a tour, like
Yeah.
a little.
Because once you give them a vote, they have a voice. Like you said, homelessness does not need voice, voteless.
Yeah.
It's not quiet,
Yeah.
and so we're going to,
Yeah. Sounds.
and we have to educate them that this is how you change your situation.
Uh huh.
So when people realize, that, thousands of you are not going to vote for me, I better do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to keep this. I want to keep the perks and all the stuff that goes with being an elected official.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to listen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page. So that was I read that. I learned a lot about that. And these are things that I'm like the things I'm reading right here. Like I'm probably gonna put like I won't have too. I won't have too many petitions, but like
Can you have too many?
I don't know if that's a such thing.
Right. I don't think so. We have the energy to do them. And Nevada we're 50th in everything.
Yeah.
Mental health, aging.
Yeah.
We're the bottom. Mississippi does a better job. How sad is that? Right? I don't mean anything rude against Mississippi.
Yeah. But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
The Deep South does better than we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so then something else like I learned about affordable and low income housing cuts. That's something. This is partisan, but President Trump proposes drastic cuts to affordable housing programs.
True.
So they're like, and if you see that's one of our things on the register to vote with this
Yeah.
thing, housing's on
Yeah.
there because that's one of our biggest.
I mean, you talk to most homeless people, they don't want to be on the street. I mean, some of them are mentally ill, they don't get it.
Yeah.
But, I can tell you most people here would love to have a place to live. Who wants to live in 110-degree heat every day? Come on.
Yeah.
Common sense tells you that that's not a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they make it so difficult.
Okay. Oh, so this is where so voting and homelessness. So then this is where I started creating flyers and stuff
Mhm.
like that because I did the research to so I could understand the situation better. Okay, cuts. Okay, so then voting and homelessness. This is where we provide solutions, and this is how we start building an alliance, an alliance of mental health services and places that will have voter registration at their place or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it said people.
The biggest difficulty you're going to have on that is very few places let people, they have to have an address. So very few organizations they tell them to use this general mailbox. I guess I don't know anything about it. But
Yeah.
it's like a big mailbox somewhere down by the shelter.
Uh-huh.
But it's not. They don't look at it as their home. It's just where they get their mail.
Uh-huh.
So that's why we let them use this as their location. But very few agencies will let people homeless people use it as their address. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Am I making sense with
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So the biggest obstacle is where do you live?
Mhm.
What's your address? Yeah.
Okay.
So we have to, that's going to be your biggest hurdle.
Biggest hurdles are gonna be where over them like they don't live at the shelter because that's
Right.
one of the solutions I read that if they had a shelter
Right.
they can use that as an address.
They use a general mailbox or something there. I'm not sure. That would be a good research thing to
Yeah.
find.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So we have to find an
Yeah,
address
figure
for them.
Which could be here. I mean, I don't care. But,
Yeah.
it's going to be, that was going to lopside the voting if they're living in North Las Vegas homeless.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. So
Uh-huh.
we have to think of something else, like getting a
Okay.
P.O. box for them maybe, and somebody has to go check it every day. I don't know. Like go to the post office and have a P.O. box there. I don't know.
Okay.
But they have to have something to mail.
Yeah, they have to have something. Yeah, that was the
physical
biggest-
address. That's going to be your biggest hurdle.
Okay.
Because agencies just don't want to do it. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
It's a pain, but it's not hard.
So what do you mean by agencies? What are examples of agencies that don't want to do it?
Like Help of Southern Nevada, I don't think they do it.
Uh-huh.
So other mental health agencies, they just don't.
Really?
They just it's so surprising when I'm on these calls. I'm like, yeah, they use our address. They're like, what? I'm like, well, I have 3 mailboxes. I only use 1. So
Uh-huh.
why wouldn't I let them use 2?
Yeah.
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 I mean, they deserve all the things it's very interesting
Really?
the disconnect these agencies have.
Okay. Okay. Disconnect, but okay.
Because they're like, oh, we want to help, but the big is, okay, so can they use your building as their address to get mail? Oh, no. And to me, that doesn't make sense as a business person, because if you're getting your mail here, you're going to come here.
Yeah.
And then I can bill your Medicaid or whatever, right? So as a business person, I'm thinking that's a really good way of getting people here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they want their mail, right?
Yeah. So that's so you're saying that the places okay. That's okay.
But they don't want to do it,
Okay.
Which is, I get it, I guess. No, I don't. I've never understood that. I've fought with agencies before about that.
Really?
Yeah. They're like,
That's the big.
No. We don't want their mail and our mail mixed. Why? You're
Especially
going
this is
through
gonna
it.
them voting's gonna help empower you more.
Right. Because they're going to vote. They're going to come to you and say, hey, I'm supposed to vote, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think I should do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think Johnny's your best candidate. Right? But they don't. I know.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to disconnect
Yeah.
with the agencies.
Yeah. Well, that's one of our quotes too. We're bridging the gap.
Yes,
There's
that's
a lot
great,
of disconnect.
There's a lot of gaps
Yeah,
with
so
no
we're kinda
bridges.
bridging
That's awesome.
for the young
Yeah, I like
people and
that.
for the homeless people,
Yeah.
like bridging those gaps.
Right.
All right, so voting homelessness. Can someone who is homeless register to vote? Is recommended homeless register. Shelter address. They recommend shelter addresses. You're saying it's going to be a problem.
So you just would have to call the shelter, because there's 2. There's Salvation Army. There's
Yeah, and if I tell them like, hey, we already have this organization. If I tell them to come in, like they'll
Yeah.
sound like everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Can I come talk to you about what I do and what you offer so we can work together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can people vote? Yes, the cornerstone of democracy. So this is can poor people vote? This is some of my research on it.
The only people that can't vote, I guess, are non-resident,
Immigrant.
Yeah, they're not American citizens.
Yeah,
they're not a
they're not
citizen. Yeah.
You don't need a home to vote. Register campaign guide. So I did a lot of research on that. And so homeless and LGBT voter registration.
Mm-hmm.
So alliance voter registration. So like organizations that are gonna help
Mhm.
each other, work with each other. Appoint one person, either staff or volunteer, to be a coordinator
Mm-hmm.
for like them. So we're gonna go like once we do it here and all this, like we know how to do it here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna start going. You're doing it for other places too, but like
And we'll get students from UNLV social work department that would be really wanting to get out and do
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
really okay. And then I have a lot of student connections
Yeah.
too, like Nevada State College. So like once it's
Started, it'll blow up.
like once the foundation's laid and it's organized, it's only
You can only go up.
it really is, and like one of the things, like one of the I don't know who we need to talk to who has money. I don't know if you know people that.
And I don't, and that's interesting that you say that. You know,
Yeah.
And right now everything's tight. So yeah, so that's going to be something we really will have to think about or reach out to. You know, I know like reach out to people like, and I don't know if they have money, but they would know people. I know that like Marie Osmond, her family lives here, and her son committed suicide. Gladys Knight's son committed suicide. So I know the stories. I just don't know how to reach them to say, hey, you know, we'd like to connect with you somehow to get this voice more. You know what I'm saying?
More of a voice, yeah.
And that's the only. That's what I'm, you know, it'd be people like that that would actually care about it, right? That have been through it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the only, you know, I don't know. We'll have to figure out how to reach them.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind writing a letter and sending it. I just don't know where. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you get to them to get their letters so they understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
So about that time.
Alright. So like, so I have research on like conducting a successful voter registration drive.
Mm-hmm.
So like, since we're gonna be doing that kind of for here, like I was like kind of hoping we could like meet like us and maybe I forget his name.
Craig?
Yeah, he hates voting, but like
I
maybe
don't
he's
know. The guy in the wheelchair?
no, not the wheelchair, the black guy.
Oh yeah. He's out sick right now, so
Oh, really?
he won't be in. Yeah, his mom got sick and then he got sick. Craig, the guy in the wheelchair, his brother, we're having dinner tonight, is very politically connected in the state.
Really?
Yeah, so that's someone I'll sit down and talk. I'll talk to him tonight. I'll take this with me,
Okay.
and I'll talk to him about that and see, because
That would help.
Yeah, because Craig is and him are their family's very politically connected.
Really? See, okay.
So that would be a good source. We could do that.
Okay. Okay. That'll be good. That'll be good. Hopefully we get some there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll talk to him about who would be good to, you know, and he's Mormon, so there's a lot of rich Mormons he might know who to reach out to.
Oh yeah,
too.
see, yeah, I know Mormons
So.
too. Like, I'm part of the Mormon church. That's well, my baptism's on the 29th. I'm getting baptized again by him. So
Okay.
yeah, like it's funny. They I wrote a hip hop version of the Book of Mormon.
Did you? How
Yeah,
fun.
using rappers, using Kanye, using like Trump. He's in.
Yeah.
I put like in like that's how I learned their Bible. Like I know it really well now.
That's good.
Cause like I created like I use this. Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, I love Mormons. They help like with this business. They've been there every step of the way. Like,
And they have this thing called Just Serve. It's for anybody, but so people can go on this website called Just Serve,
yeah.
and we're listed on there.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, they have stakes, right?
Yeah.
So some stake in this area adopted us,
Uh-huh.
and are bringing us tons of clothing and shit. So
Really?
yeah, but they do it in the morning when I'm not here. So Aaron and Eric know about it. But that's another group you need to put down. Eric and Aaron, the Latino population. You know, because we need them to get out and vote and do stuff.
Eric and who?
Aaron, the two Latinos that work here in the morning.
Oh. I haven't met them yet, have I?
Mm-mm.
Eric and who?
Aaron, they're brothers. But we need to talk to them about how do we reach out to the Latino population. And as soon as I get word from the feds on this HIV grant that is designed specifically for the African American community and over on J Street and all that,
Yeah.
we can tie it together.
Okay.
Because that would be, you know, we're going in
Yeah.
for medical reasons, but we can put flyers up and hand stuff out to them.
Okay.
Talking about, look, you want to change your community, this is how we're going to do it.
Okay.
And we'll help you with that. You know,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we can start doing stuff like that.
All right.
So, yeah, we have it in there.
Okay, well, that's good.
That'll
So
be
yeah,
good.
Eric can talk to about reaching out to Latino.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who I would speak to about this, but like let's say like for this period, like because we don't have our tax exempt status yet.
Right.
Like fiscal, like there's I don't know if you know the benefits of fiscal sponsorship or like you ever heard of that, where an exempt or accepts the funding of basically you're like our parent organization until we got our tax exempt status.
Okay.
Because we don't have it, like we won't have it in time for this election of
Right.
everything we're doing. So, but so I want I don't know who we would speak to or if that involves you, but like a fiscal sponsorship, so that so people can make donations to our cause and everything.
We can do that through us.
Oh, we can do that. Wow. Okay.
The other thing U.S. grants, go on that website.
Okay.
It's all the federal grants.
Uh-huh.
So if you find one for voting, we can apply for it through us,
Okay.
and then I just direct the money over there. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So go to U.S. Grants, and it's called U.S. Grants,
Okay.
and that's the website. And that's all the federal. That's where I got my HIV grant, my mental health stuff.
Really?
Thousands and millions of dollars, and they have a lot of rural stuff. So if you look up, just go searching through it. There's so much,
Okay, that's
but it's U.S. grants. And then when you find one, I'll help you write it because it's not hard. It's just
Okay.
time consuming.
okay.
So we would sit down for a couple hours and
Alright.
a day or more, because that's what all those are. Those are all grants I'm doing right now.
And then and that's another thing they say about being a benefit of being a fiscal sponsor, that it creates more grant opportunities for you guys as well.
Right. Yeah, it puts our name out there more. It does a lot of good things. It's all positive.
Okay.
So yeah, you can just funnel it through us. So that's
We're doing
the
it.
easy part is easy.
Oh really? Okay.
I mean, the hard part's done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you already have you have a nonprofit now that
Yeah.
you can use.
Uh-huh. Wow. Okay. So you said look up where
U.S. grants. That's where all the federal grant money is sitting.
for federal
Yeah.
federal funding and grants. All right, cool. That's a good point to end on.
Yeah.
There, man. That's really good.
That is good.
Yeah. So for federal
So
funding, what is it called again?
U.S. grants. I think it's .gov or something. But if you just type in U.S. grants, it'll come up. Then you can just start searching them. And then if you find one, just either do you have my number?
No, I don't.
Okay, ready?
All right.
435.
Chris Doss, right?
Yep.
What is it?
435
435
669
669
8970.
8970.
Let's say you find a grant, text me. It'll when you see it, it'll give you a number of what the grant is.
Okay.
Then I can pull it up. Well, you can pull it up, but I can sign in and add it to our list.
Okay.
So you don't have to go through the whole hassle of getting an employee identification number, and
Uh-huh.
it takes a while to get approved to get on
Really?
the
Okay.
So you can look them up on there,
Okay.
but if you just text me or I never answer calls. I'm good at answering texts. I'm not good at phone calls.
Okay, I'm right there.
So, but yeah, just when you get something, just let me know. It's like I'll tell you what just happened is that's what the phone call I made. I don't know who did it, but somebody. I had called Albertsons to say, can we get some food, right? And they said,
Yeah.
oh, we're not really doing that. You have to go through a store. So I just left it alone.
Uh-huh.
I got an email today stating that one of the Albertson stores in this area nominated us for this program. So I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And then in the mail, I had asked Smart and Final, grocery store thing, they do bulk food
Yeah.
for restaurants. I said, can I get some help? And they're like, no, we've given out everything for this year. Sorry. And I got a $300 check today from them, and I was like, what the? I mean, it just so once it starts, and if you're doing good work and your purposes are positive,
Yeah.
all this stuff just happens.
Really?
And some of it's out of my control, like those two things.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so we're gonna, partnership up with Albertsons, who said nah at first.
Yeah,
All of a
yeah.
sudden it was like, what? Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Cool. And then our biggest thing's promotion. So we're about
Right.
promoting. We're gonna be
Yeah.
promoting you guys and all the.
Yeah, and you just add to the bottom of our flyer, voting, whatever you want to call it, right?
Uh-huh.
We just add it as a service we provide here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool. So Chris Doss 435. If I find a grant, text Chris.
Yeah, just text me. There should be a number attached to the grant, and it'll say like the grant ID or something, and I can just pull it up. And then when you get, so if you found one, let's say you did it this week, so I would be able to pull it up, so we'd have something to look at, so I could tell you what you have to put together.
Okay.
Because once you find it, then I can open it,
Uh-huh.
and it'll tell you all the stuff you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which
Cool.
is mostly just writing.
Oh, okay.
The biggest issue I have usually is the budget.
Really?
Yeah, because I just don't think like that, right? I think like a
Uh-huh.
social worker, so I have to stop and think, okay,
A business
this
man.
is all. Yeah, these are all my bills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now how much more am I going to add to that in case there's an emergency, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely probably be playing with my mom.
So yeah, anybody, right?
Yeah.
And then we just write. The other parts, it's pretty. That's why I print them out,
Uh-huh.
because then I can read it as I'm typing and draw a line through it, saying I've touched everything they wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm a paper guy. It's hard for me to do it on a computer and try to catch everything.
Uh-huh.
So if I have something on paper, they're written on, everything's doodled on. You know, go back here, add this.
Yeah,
You know, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
You know, so.
All right, cool. I think that we got one for
I'm
everybody.
excited, and I'm happy for you. Look how calm you are. You're getting centered. That's wonderful. That is so cool.
Yeah, no, it is, and like part of it, like I realized being honest with myself, like part of the reason I come off so over energetic or something when people first meet me is because like I don't want people to forget me.
Right.
Like so, like
You're not going to.
and like I'm like, and I'm also trying to like, I always look for how can we work together or help each other. Like how can I help this person? So you know, like I want to make an impression. So that's part of the reason I'm a little.
Right.
When you first see me.
Good. But now that you have a plan and a focus, your mind has just, I've seen it go from like here to here in a very short amount of time. That's awesome. That's a lot of work. Most people don't get there that quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It takes
Really?
me a
You
long
really
time to
noticed
get
that?
there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you're really, you know, now that, you know, we both have a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes together. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
It is.
I
you know.
like it.
Thanks.
I'm very, very proud of you.
No, thanks. You're bringing it out of helping.
Well, you're welcome. But yeah, you did the work, not me. You may not have realized it, but you're doing all the work. All this stuff here helps you focus in and bring that together to use your power.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Because that's great. That is wonderful. I love it. That's incredible.
Cool.
And it gets me, and it's so funny because we were just talking about that today. So every Monday we do this thing with this group. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'll scan it and email it to them so they can share it that day and it can go out further.
Oh, really?
Is that okay?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm involved with a bunch of different, you know, progressive groups
Cool.
because they're the ones that want to help mental health.
But
we've been talking a lot about voting and how do we get people out. So
Alliance.
I'll send this to them.
Absolutely, and like
Right.
building an alliance,
Yeah.
like. And one of the things, like on the bottom, it says like if you want to volunteer with us, it says at campus. At first, I was like, no, I want to say in your community, but then I was thinking, no, we could use different mental health places or whatever as a campus. Like, oh, they're a partner of Real Education Manager. You get registered to vote there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so like that's one of the benefits of joining our alliance.
Yeah.
Like, so that'd be cool. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely like tap into that when we're a little more
And
organized.
another one that's brand new that just caught on to me recently is some, the United Way. So we could hook, I'll send this to the United Way people. And then another one is they're a drug, they connect all the drug and they're trying to connect all the providers that do substance abuse.
Okay.
So, well, those people don't vote either. 'Cause they don't think they're, you know, have a right to vote,
Well,
but
yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
And now that you can vote, Nevada just passed out, opened that law that if you went to prison, you can vote now.
Really, I heard something about that.
Yeah,
That's right.
so all these prisoners that come out, they need to vote because that's how we're going to change the prison system.
Dang.
right?
Now, do you think I should make? Now, do you think I should make a prison special form?
No, I think this will work. Yeah, it'll because people don't like to point that out, right? So if they just get something that's general and I'm out of prison, I feel more like the group. And I don't feel like, oh yeah, that's.
Oh, no, that's all for the prison people. I know they're gonna take over America.
Yeah, no, okay, that's about the prisoners. I don't need to be
Yeah. You're good for this. I appreciate you. It's good to have someone to
only because
bounce this stuff off of. Because you know me, I'll just go create.
I know, and I think
I'm like, this is the prison group. Like they're all.
But I know the only reason I know that is because the group that we do on Monday night, I have to call it substance abuse.
Yeah.
Because if I call it AA, the people that do heroin won't show up, and if I call it, you know, heroin, the meth addicts won't come because I don't do that. That's not me.
Yeah.
So I have to label it very generally. You know, or they'll just they'll find a reason. Well, I don't do that. Why should I listen? So I have to do it as general.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know, your addiction is eating, so get your ass in there. This is substance abuse.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Good job, buddy. I'm so proud of you. I really am very proud of you. You've made my day.
Really?
Yeah, because it's been kind of chaotic today, which is always on Monday, and it's nice to see have you come in and have someone that's awesome. Thank you. See, you helped me too. Now I'm going to finish out my day really nicely.
Yeah, cool, man. No,
Thank you.
I feel really good about what we're doing.
Me too. This is exciting. Let me give this boy his garbage bag and yell at this other guy.
All right, so this is Pharaoh. I'm signing out. Y'all just saw my mental therapy session with Chris Doss. He's also kind of my business partner and mentor. Yeah, we're brothers. We're everything. You know, everything happens for a reason, and that's why I'm here, and I'm so glad. All right, y'all. I'm signing out. Peace.